can deal with listening to him, if you can deal with listening to him. PortlandAndy, 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 PortlandAndy.
Hot dog is fucking stale. This is a stale ass hot dog, and damn it, we need to add some fucking flavor to this bit.
PortlandAndy, if you can deal with listening to him. He's live on YouTube. He's got a lot of people following him.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog.
If you can deal with listening to him.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog.
PortlandAndy, 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 PortlandAndy. If you can deal with listening to him. If you can deal with listening to him. PortlandAndy, 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 PortlandAndy.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog is fucking stale. This is a stale ass hot dog, and damn it, we need to add some fucking flavor to this bit.
PortlandAndy, if you can deal with listening to him. He's live on YouTube. He's got a lot of people following him.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog.
If you can deal with listening to him.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog.
PortlandAndy, 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 PortlandAndy. If you can deal with listening to him. If you can deal with listening to him. PortlandAndy, 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 PortlandAndy.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog is fucking stale. This is a stale ass hot dog, and damn it, we need to add some fucking flavor to this bit.
You gotta get the right hemp. Get back to the original Turtle Island. Humpty Dumpty's here. Hemp, Turtle Island. Get back to the original Turtle Island. I'm having some Humpty Dumpty's here. Hemp, Turtle Island. Get back to the original Turtle Island. Pirates, scurvy. We're gone. Hemp, we're gone. Get back to the original Turtle Island. Turtle Island. Hemp, pirates, scurvy. Hemp, we're gone. Get back to the original Turtle Island.
Hey, what are these Humpty Dumpties?
I am the turtle. Butt dick, butt dick. Butt dick, butt dick. Butt dick, butt dick. Get back to the original Turtle Island. Fluoride, Get back to the original Turtle Island. Fluoride,
Chris, did you hear your song on PortlandAndy's YouTube stream?
Yes, I did. I always hear that every time it goes live. I'm no idiot. I'm no idiot. Butt dick, we're gone. You gotta get the right hemp. Get back to the original Turtle Island. Humpty Dumpty's here. Hemp, Turtle Island. Get back to the original Turtle Island. I'm having some Humpty Dumpty's here. Hemp, Turtle Island. Get back to the original Turtle Island. Pirates, scurvy. We're gone. Hemp, we're gone. Get back to the original Turtle Island. Turtle Island. Hemp, pirates, scurvy. Hemp, we're gone. Get back to the original Turtle Island.
Hey, what are these Humpty Dumpties?
I am the turtle. Butt dick, butt dick. Butt dick, butt dick. Butt dick, butt dick. Get back to the original Turtle Island. Fluoride, Get back to the original Turtle Island. Fluoride,
Chris, did you hear your song on PortlandAndy's YouTube stream?
Yes, I did. I always hear that every time it goes live. I'm no idiot. I'm no idiot. Butt dick, we're gone.
Beer. Free beer. What? What? I think this guy makes beer in his house. I'm gonna go try a free beer. Yeah, I'm kind of scared. Free beer. What the heck is this? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? DC! 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 Dean has touched so many people's lives apparently. DC! Shout out to Dean. Shout out to Dean. What? Shout out to Dean. That's what I meant, the guy. Shout out to Dean. DC! 2016. Damn, boys, we're just a little bit late. Free beer. DC. Free beer. Free beer. Free beer.
Andy, you're drunk, Andy. Andy, we love you, bro. We love you. We saw you fall over your chair. It's funny. We're all worried about you. The stream is up and it's dark. The room is dark and the chair is there.
Yo, PortlandAndy, I'm in this bitch. I'm at the beach, you know what I'm saying? Need to link up with you again. Some of you people like Julian Outlaw, man. I got a whole bunch of beautiful ladies up in this crib. We over here at the coast, you know what I'm saying? Out here at Lincoln City, I'm looking at the water right now. Got a whole bunch of homies doing a whole bunch of fucking music videos, bro. Yeah. Holla at me next time you get on stream, bro. I got some events and shit I need you to pop up at. I'd love to do some shit with you. Peace.
PortlandAndy, you fucking dick-licking bitch. I just wanted to say, what do you think about your town? And them homeless motherfuckers shitting all over the place. Let me know. Let's talk about it.
Hey, Portland Andy, what's up? I'm calling all the way from Minnesota. I'm a big fan of your shit. You took that mace to the face like an absolute fucking boss. I just want to say keep smoking weed and keep making Portland at least look like a beautiful place. Damn, that must be hard. Alright, see ya.
Yo, fuck you. This ain't one of those calls where you get your dick sucked, bitch. Fucking Star, bro, from the Scuff Full House. Yo, fuck the fucking hot dog heroes, dude. You fucking throwing down hot dogs down a fucking corridor when it comes to yo ass.
Yo, Portland, it's me, Ninja Eric L. Yo, dude, I want to call you, dude. I want to be in the live chat, though, please. Thanks, bro. I'm just gonna keep watching your stream. Thanks. Bye. Fucker, cut, eater, cocksucker. Wait, sorry. Cocksucker, cock, fucker, cock slubber, cock eater, cock rider, and cock, shit, forgot.
He's got me smashed. Walk away, I'm against the pole. Are you a gay? What are you doing to me? He's got me smashed. He's got me smashed. Walk away, I'm against the pole. Are you a gay? What are you doing to me? I'm not gay, dude. Leave me alone, dude. Are you a gay? What are you doing to me? Leave me alone, dude. Why are you putting your balls on my dick? I'm not gay, dude. Leave me alone, dude. Why are you putting your butt on my dick? Leave me alone, dude. It's a bit slippery, mate. He's got me smashed. Walk away, I'm against the pole. Stalker. Right? He's got me smashed. Walk away, I'm against the pole. Leave me alone, dude. That's sexual assault, dude. Are you a gay? What are you doing to me? Is there a reason you're touching me and pushing me? Why are you putting your butt on my dick? Huh? Why are you pushing me? Is there a reason you're pushing me, buddy? That's so weird, dude. Leave me alone, dude. He's got me smashed. Walk away, I'm against the pole. He's got me smashed. He's got me smashed. Walk away, I'm against the pole. Leave me alone, dude. Leave me alone, dude. Are you a gay? What are you doing to me? Leave me alone, dude. Why are you putting your balls on my butt? Leave me alone, dude. Why are you putting your butt on my dick? Leave me alone, dude. It's a bit slippery, mate. Oh, it's okay, matey. It's just a bit slippery. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen and ladies. Lady boys.
Yo, Supreme Being, you're a real one. Supreme Being, I love you.
And boy ladies. Good morning, people. How y'all doing today? Hope everyone's rested from their Valentine's extravaganzas yesterday. Whoa! I go by Butch.
Excuse me? Hello, hello. What up, Lincoln? What up, Maga? What up, Extera Bill in the house? Chalupa Cabra in the house. Good to see y'all. You got smashed last night? What did I do last night? Oh yeah, I streamed. Good morning, Adam. What up, John Zilla? Good to see you. What's up, Birdie Mark? Big ups Alaska. How you doing? All right, we're back. We are ready to attack. I'll get some oatmeal in a little bit. I'll get some oatmeal, get some coffee. We'll get this thing rolling. I might be a low on coffee, but we'll double check. Ottawa police chief resigned. That's what I've been reading. Is that true? It must be true. Chat's telling me it. So, how interesting. What up, UK? Lincolnshire in the house. Bo, 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 bo. You found a Mimi with a baby that looks just like me. Thank you. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, chat. How you guys doing? My face dry? It feels kind of dry. I'll figure it out. Anyway, I know you're not here to see me, so let's get right in to the streams. What's in my fish tank? Water and fish and plants and dirt. You're here to see. Don't be saying the B word. I need a moisturizer thing. But if I moisturize, then I'll be too oily. I got these like stuff I gotta clean in my skin, man. It's not looking good. But Milk River's still here. I'm not sure about Coots really. What else was I doing? Oh yeah. Get everything all straightened out here. Might take a while. Good morning, Ronell. Good to see you. Where is my... Oh, it's over here.
You probably think I'm the greasy strangler. That's why you won't grease my dog.
How's he filming? I think he films normal way. Let's do it.
To not streaming on Rumble yet. I'm trying to figure it out, but
okay. But YouTube, they can find you again. What's the handle?
Adam Nucci. Adam Nucci, like Gucci but with an N.
All right. So what's your angle here? Like, what are you trying to capture anything specifically, or what's your footage all about?
I was making I film with real cameras and stuff like that too, and I was making YouTube videos before, but so I would come out and film. And then I was editing videos. I made like a 4-part series.
No way.
Yeah, for my YouTube. But then things just started happening too quickly.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. These are all great people.
American Flying Hawk super chatted $2. All started off. No police, no emergency.
No police.
Cause they black. I'd hate Whoopi Goldberg's lips. Hate the back of Forrest Whitaker's neck. Ah!
What? No police, no emergency. Ayo. Thank you, American Flying Hawk. I do appreciate that. early morning 2-bomb to start it off. Holy smokes.
Good to see you guys.
Welcome to the Ides of February.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Ides of February.
Thank you, thank you. Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. The sun is shining. I couldn't be happier to be free.
You go down there and spread your love to Helen. It's her birthday today. She's
Helen's birthday.
She's a truck driver.
All right, I'll check it out.
On the left-hand side there in turquoise
All right,
truck.
we're gonna go find Helen. Thanks, guys. It's Helen's.
When there's a knock at the door and you've been posting
Thank you for being a truck driver
government.
that cares about Canadians, and thank you for standing up and doing what we've been trying to do for a long time. You know.
That motherfucker does not look like me. You take that back.
The veterans have been doing 24/7 guard duty around the memorial here because of some of the inappropriate behavior that happened when we first got here by some.
It does not look, Pyro, it does
It
not.
hasn't happened since. How you doing, brother?
Truth out or what?
Oh man, that's all that matters, isn't it?
It's what's needed. It's what's needed, right?
For real.
Fucking right, man.
For real. This is great. So
Hey, was I in your bus? The bump bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's dope.
Not so bad, eh?
Yeah.
Good morning, Casey.
Okay. Yeah, cool. So now you're at freezing, man.
Dude, we've been out doing this thing for, you know, a year and a half.
Yeah, no, you're actually one of the first guys I saw like going into the mall and all that stuff, right? I was like, fucking right, boys.
Well, it's something needed to be done, and we were trying everything, and nothing was working, and then the truckers get together. All of a sudden.
What happened to Carl? I don't know what happened to Carl.
Like, what's gonna happen?
I don't know what happened to him. Good question. I mean, I guess.
Did you hear
Not that good of a question. Like, who cares about Carl?
I just did.
I don't know. He's gave up, I guess. Holy smokes. Ali, brother mans, with the $10 via Cash App. Love you, bro. Keep fighting the good fight. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you for that 10 bomb, my friend. Holy smokes, and thank you for using Cash App too.
Right. So, what happened to your bank account that overnight? I would like to know that. It does worry me a little bit because are they going to bring in somebody worse? Right. But we're going to find out.
But we don't.
It doesn't
know.
matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's not changing your plan, is it?
It's so
We're
true.
going to sit here and still be the most peaceful protest of all fucking time.
Last night was
Right,
nice.
it's
Let's do a
driving
dab.
left.
Joseph Mary.
Yeah,
it
which
really
right. Oh, we're the
dabby dabby
people
dab
and da. Well, actually, this is the working class right
Thank
here.
you, Bandon.
And we're actually know how to protest peacefully, unlike all the rest of you. Like, so nothing's gotten burnt. There's not. Well, I mean,
No, it's not too early for fire sales. I mean, $100 is $100, James. That's what the fuck you talking about, bud? I'll be in Vegas on Saturday.
Market over there.
Yep.
And Sunday, and more days after that. So heads up. Heads up to everybody.
It's been fucking around down there, and on the outskirts. You guys have had some issues down from you, right? A little
we
bit.
did last night.
Did they go it last night?
Wow, there was a couple. It wasn't.
Let's do a
I
dab.
went down there, and those two the Frenchmen you got down there are awesome.
Yeah.
Right? Oh yeah. So they were on point, but.
Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. These are all great people.
Kaio Para super chatted $3.80. You are a freedom fighter. TKS a lot M8.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you for those 200 R's.
Yes, I've had.
Or 20 R's, rupees or something. I don't know.
Tell me they've never seen the War Memorial.
Thank you.
What?
Personally, in the last whatever.
Morning, Pedro.
I'm losing track of days here, but 10 or 12 days since I've been kind of masterminding cleaning this up or whatever. Like, I'm a farm boy and had nothing to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, right?
So I understand you guys are running
Your shout out, Chuck.
24/7 guard. Period. Right, and there should be an honor guard here all the time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What do you think happens Canada Day here when there's no honor guard? You think that thing doesn't get
A rupee whoopee?
I'll fucking guarantee it. I've heard it from Ottawa residents themselves because there's no honor guard here. Like, I just seen a hit piece on us that having this here is insulting the dignity of the War Memorial.
Having this here.
Yes, the warming shack so it can have a 24/7 guard. is insulting the dignity. Thank you, CTV. You're really good propagandists.
That the veterans are protecting the memorial, and that is a problem.
Yeah, that warming shack donated to us by Ottawa residents.
You couldn't make this stuff up, folks.
It was donated. A couple came down. They donated the
What?
fishing.
Come for the coffee, stay for the Andy. Oh shit, Andy's doing the news.
Unban you? All right.
Some weed, it's a beautiful morning. Good morning, Andy's doing the news.
All residents fucking hate us.
Did you see the people going around with bouquets of flowers last night, giving them the cops and everything? And they were all put under the windshield wipers of people's cars. I woke up this morning, there's roses everywhere.
Yeah, I know, right? But we're just all a bunch of misogynists.
Yeah, misogynists, racists.
Misogys.
Right? You can't have an insurrection if you're not cleaning up.
All right, we're gonna go for Chris. Thanks so much
Thanks.
for all your service.
It's Ron,
guys.
right?
It's Jim.
Jim, Jim
Church
Kerr.
of Bubbles?
Yep.
Yeah, Church of Bubbles.
Down at Metcalf and Slater?
Yeah.
Check it out, because it's badass.
Come on down. Yeah, we play some music. We got a little fire table there. We got
Shorty's a bit, right?
Yes, that's it. Shorty was holding the fire down for quite a while.
Yeah, you guys are under good hands there.
Oh no, she's
on point.
She's on it. Like she came up to the fire. She goes to me. I just want to let you know there's one fire rule. If I say fuck off, it means you fuck off.
Yeah.
Right?
She was telling me this
okay,
last
so
night.
I'm like, okay, I get it, no problem. Now I go back the next day, and there's pictures around her, and I go up, and she goes, "Do you remember the first one?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "I'm invoking it," and I went,
"Whoa!"
And I walked away, and she dealt with all of the officials.
She's an ex-Navy officer, right? Like, so she
Fucking
let her
shot me in the leg.
For sure.
I could tell she knew what the hell.
Oh yeah, man. I asked her to do a little recce because she told me. She's like, "Yeah, I got guys going this way, that way, so it's clear." Da, da, da. I was like, "Shit." I served with actual recce soldiers that weren't this on point, right? Awesome.
Brothers, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Seriously,
appreciate it, Jim.
for being here, for doing everything.
All right.
Seriously,
Thank
man.
you,
Like you guys are really like I can't. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. Thanks.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
for getting the truth out too, brother.
Can't help it. Couldn't stop if I wanted to.
Yeah, Corporal Nathan Cirillo. What's the story for that? Well, he was actually standing right here. He was shot in the back by a crazy person.
I didn't crap myself, don't worry. Oh, a lot of band people. All right, everyone's in band, sorry. We got kind of crazy last night, you guys. If you're banned, you're unbanned now. Moderators, I'm watching your ass. All right, everyone should be good. That's right, Steve.
Make sure the world is better for you guys. Right? My grandparents fought in the First World War. My father fought in the Second World War. I fought in the War on Terror. Bad things that happened.
All right, let's get down to business. We are 50 subs away from what?
Thank you. Free. Right?
And if you don't know what freedom is, you don't know how to fight for it when you're.
That's
you
right.
have to know what it is now.
And freedom doesn't come for free.
No, Rose, thanks. I was just in the neighborhood. Thought I'd stop by for a minute.
Yeah, you was in the neighborhood all right, nigga. You telling the truth there. You was in the neighborhood because it's my payday.
Well, hell, since you mentioned it, let me have $10.
Boom.
Tammy super chatted $10.
Tammy. Thank you so much, Tammy. Thank you for the 10. Thank you for the support. Good morning to you.
Kabul, Kandahar.
You guys are awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Medal. This is Kosovo, non-Article 5 Bosnia, and this is the CD1 for my 24 years of service. Yeah. I ended up getting injured in Afghanistan, and my injuries lost my career because of my injuries.
Of course I was born in Oregon. What kind of question is that? Oh man, pancakes sound amazing, dude. Only problem is I can't make pancakes very well, and I can't order them because it takes too long to get here. And if I go somewhere, I'll end the stream. So you guys figure it out.
It's like Canada belongs to Canadians.
Wow. Just wow. That veteran there was talking to the kids about freedom and what it is, and he was saying that sometimes freedom has to be paid for in blood, and so that other generations don't have to.
Coach is coming back, it says, possibly.
Those circumstances, powerful stuff.
That's what it says here on the Milk River Chizat.
The main Rideau and Wellington.
Wait, is this Coots or Milk River? Let me see. Where's he at?
Yes. Majority are leaving. Coots is all gone.
Coots is all
This
gone.
Place, Milk River, who's in support of Coots, is heading down to a peaceful, lawful location according to the police that's been authorized for us.
I love
so
French
we can
toast.
regroup.
Everyone's moving, it sounds like.
Yeah, they'll go to the bank, pull every dime out of the bank.
I know, Wild. Like these kind of things set precedent for things that are in the future. Like, yeah, that erodes. Spelled this wrong. Your rights get eroded. That's how it works. And one day you wake up and you're super fucked.
Sandy. PB&J are going home to reevaluate. Take some time. We have connections in here, obviously. To reevaluate and figure out what's the next plan, 100%. There are people who don't want to
Triple stack, pancake waffle, and French toast. What? I've never had no triple stack before. I've never even heard of that shit, bro. Damn, you're a fat boy like a motherfucker. I want to try that. A pancake, waffle, French toast, and syrup. Damn, buddy. Has anyone else had that? Am I the only one missing out? Oh, I'm not going to forget the bacon. I will never forget the bacon, Mr. Monkray. Sweet.
You guys are awesome. They've been right in there. You guys are awesome. Shout out to them.
Oh, with some chicken. Chicken breast. Oh. Bacon is a condiment. 100% right.
The line is ready. We've been told they're coming right now. Did you text Jory?
Is this Coots coming?
That's right, Amanda. This is a movement that's gone worldwide. And this location definitely helped it. Helped it happen. There's no way. Yes. Michael, the first truck just went by, but we've been told they're IDing people as they come through, obviously. So. looks like there's one jumping right there. Is that one? I can't tell.
Bud needs a hug.
Keep sharing, you guys. I know that some of you are banned from sharing, but
Here to make sure that she's properly recognized for all of her hard work, and thank you, because I know you've been here forever. We've talked before, huh?
We have.
All right. Anything changed? How you feeling?
Tired, but still okay, still good, still holding the line.
How do you feel about the emergency order they put in place?
No comments. It's I have nothing nice to say, so.
Okay. And it's still, they still need to go through Parliament, so we're not imminently, you know, in danger. Now, what do you think about the police chief stepping down of Ottawa?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I was excited when I heard that.
That was weird, eh?
Yeah.
And there's changes. So we've had a change of leadership at the top conservative spot.
Yeah.
The police chief is
Peanut butter? Man, y'all freaking.
I think Trudeau's polls right now, he's 17% of the people would re-elect him. So it looks like we're...
I'm okay. And the pudding? Thank you so much.
More people offering food.
Have a good day.
All right, so
nice.
How long are you staying?
Until we're done.
I love that. I love that. That's beautiful. Is there anything you want to tell the entire world about why you're doing this? Some people are like, you truckers are crazy. I mean, you ain't getting paid. You're spending your own money to be here. You're taking time away from your family.
They're my world. Doing this for them and for every other kid here. They deserve freedom. Thank you.
I'm like, wait, it's nothing.
See, it seems like more trucks move in here all the time. Opa! Yeah.
It's too early to be crying, kids. Everybody relax. Everybody relax. Breathe deep. Take a couple breaths. Everybody relax. Relax.
thank you, sir.
Freedom. So they've closed off the roads up there, but we got this. For those of you who see Legault and don't know who that is the Premier of Quebec. He is equally despised, you know, as would be somebody like Ford in Ontario.
And just so you guys are aware,
I'm gonna go make my coffee. Maybe some oatmeal. I'll be right back. They're waiting for the Coots boys to come, I think. I don't know what's going on. It's gonna be amazing, whatever it is.
They're still halfway here. Well, they got tractors and shit.
just so everybody knows too, like this isn't a quit, right? We know what we've started and it's not over. It's the reevaluate type time. PB&J are still talking about what we're going to be doing, but I know that me, Grant, and Peyton, I meant me as in myself, Grant, and Peyton are going to be at their new location that they set up off the road peacefully, where the cops and authorities have given us. We will head out there a few times a week to see how people are doing, because they have their family. To give some video footage to see how they're doing, still talk to some people, see how their morale is, at the same time reevaluate what's going on, figure out what the next plan is and how to go about doing it. We're good for supplies.
Like I hear minutes timed to 5 minutes, I hear half an hour.
Right.
Nobody has an answer. Oh, there they come. There's tractors.
Is there?
Yeah.
Down the backside? Okay, yeah.
The truck should be right behind.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you guys, this is the tractors, the farmers, the semis, and the truckers coming back. They are coming back.
Coming back, boys.
And we're here to show our support like we have the whole time. Lining up here. Hey, Pete. Freedom, man. It's all about. Looks like you can see them. I'll zoom in there for you guys. You can see that they are coming. Just so you know I'm not crazy. They're starting to come.
No, I just realized something.
We will miss you, they say.
I ain't going nowhere.
That's the stanky leg, you guys, from Pete.
Do the stanky leg.
It's a stanky leg, boy. Oatmeal's finished before coffee. What's up with that?
Yeah, this is a pretty powerful moment, you guys. They come in unity, and they come out in unity. We came here to support them, and we're here now to support them.
That's right, and we're here to support them too, buddies.
Yellow glove.
The old deer
Yeah,
skins.
there's lots of deer skins around here for sure.
Put bacon. I don't have any bacon. I mean, I don't want to cook any. That sounds really good,
Yeah,
though.
I
I would definitely put bacon in if I had bacon just on deck. Like, oh, here's some bacon. That sounds good. This is my same shirt, same color as a Chuckers shirt.
These are the live videos.
My buddy up there.
That's why we're here. That's why we're still alive.
Hey, there's my Coots. A Coots peoples. No fruit, no banana. I'm screwed.
Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. These are all great people.
Rachel Wardell super chatted
Rachel.
$3.94. I support you supporting him supporting them.
Thank you for your support. Thank you, Rachel.
I've been live for 2 minutes. Here they come, you guys.
Give my coffee. Should be done.
Coming slowly, they can see them. The cops are asking to go home now. Oh, we got, hey everybody, we got Jerry on the horn here. We got Jailbird Jerry right here, right in the front. We got Jailbird Jerry right here, leading the honks when they come by.
One last time, boys.
One last time. Love you, brother.
Hey, love you too, man. Actually, you know, not one last time. We're going to keep honking for freedom.
One last time at this specific location.
At this spot, but we're coming back. Governments can't push us around. They know that now, and they pull any more shit, we're going to keep standing up.
Jailbird Jerry for you right there.
That's
He's
right.
leading the honks.
Go, Jailbird. That's that cinnamon oatmeal, baby. Yummy. I like cinnamon. Or brown sugar, that's what it is.
All good.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, do you think I'm gonna get burnt when I'm exposed to the Las Vegas sun? Hell no. I absorbed that shit. Don't need more than one Oscar Mayer cart, bud.
Right behind you. Got a truck chasing me here. This video, this stream is specifically for the truckers who's all just tuning in, and for the farmers who have all their equipment down at the actual border that have been down there with the blockade in support of them. We're all lining up for sure.
The oatmeal police.
Why this site here in Milk River was put here for.
That's not true, Kato. I don't get that money until 3 days after I'm back from the slugs.
Oh, we got Coutts drop here, right front and center. Beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah, just signing on, I just said, sorry. We're in support here for the Coots brethren to come home. And we're packing up and they're going to reevaluate. There's some people, quite a few people who are still going to go down to the peaceful, lawful location that the police has given us to reevaluate, to find out where our next plan is until we get all these mandates dropped. But for the time being, the Coots guys have decided to pull out, and we're here to support them. Thanks, guys.
That's right, Kato. All right, coffee's on, coffee's warm. Good afternoon, Michelle. Good to see you. Damn. Hold the line, baby.
Definitely.
Good afternoon, South Georgia.
We'll see you later. Well, I mean later. We'll see you soon.
Hey, DJ.
Oh yeah. My fingers are definitely gonna fall off, but there's not a person here in the world that can get me to not record this for everybody.
Things are going okay, DJ. Got a couple things I gotta take care of here eventually, but going all right.
Thank you for the flag.
And shout out Canada. Big ups Ontario. A road trip, LG? Where we going?
I think it's got that long. It would definitely taken some time, but there was just conflicting reports of how far they were, right? Like someone said 5 minutes, and then we saw a couple trucks, and you can see them now, but.
Hello, PJ. Good to see you. Hope you're having a very nice day. Let me get some socks on. Oh, I had to get my woolies. I forgot. Yes, had to get my woolies.
You warm, Pete, or what?
Oh yeah.
Flapping those wings.
Chicken wang.
Get up, get. Damn, crazy lazy.
This trailer, I don't know, you probably haven't seen it.
You know what time it is in Regina? Hey, it's like freaking afternoon already, bud.
I don't know what this thing would be worth one day, but this is amazing. People who came here on Saturdays, any day. Look at all these names. Just letting the world know it's not the fringe. So I know Pete's over here. There's Peyton.
Yeah, it's almost freaking noon in Regina. That's right. Insomnia? Okay, you got an excuse.
Susie. Cool. There they are, you guys. You can see them
Paul
coming in
G
now.
super chatted $5. PortlandAndy better than Fox News.
That's right. Thank you, Paul G, for your support, your continued support through all this. I know it's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's pretty awesome, man. I needed that break, though. I feel so much more energized. I'm rocking and rolling. I can do this for another 2 more days without having a break. No problem.
In my opinion, the world heroes. That's pretty cool, Donald. Great to meet you, cuz. Here's Leanne, everybody. Leanne, you wave that with pride.
Yes!
You wave that with pride.
Freedom!
That's good. I love it. I love it, Leanne. Leanne just came here. Had a 10-hour drive yesterday. And she's here to stay. She's going to go with the other campers until we reunite with the girl who matters. She's just a happy lady. Yeah, she's a happy lady. Hey, Ken. Good, man. Well, hey, we gotta wait for about 3 days there to dive on.
Yeah, that's a different country.
Getting closer and closer.
Oh, that's
Lori, we are standing here, as you can see right there, there's one of the first, I believe it's a grader or tractor coming down to show our support as this Milk River Coots barricade right here on the 501 was in support for those guys down there, those brave men and women down there. They went in unified, and they're coming out unified, and we came here unified. So we'll stay here unified, show our support, and watch them and cheer them on as they come by. Guys, share away so people can tune in. Share away, you guys. Here they are. They're coming now.
I'm muted. It's been a long time they've been separated. That's Coots, yeah. I'm pretty 85. Yeah, Coots trucks, I believe. That's why they're doing this. They're all back together again. This is a reunion. Milk River is 15 kilometers north of Coots. Full screen it. I can't full screen it, but I can double wide it. can double wide it. They're leaving Coots and they're reuniting with Milk River. Look at that thing. Dude, look at that chrome, baby. Look at that thing. That looks pretty sweet too. I do not believe they're leaving for Ottawa. I don't know what their plans are. I believe they're just regrouping right now. See their next steps. If there is a next step, I don't know. Wish I had more answers for you, my friends. The program is called Streamwall, Brian. The sweet, sweet sound of the horns, baby. That's right, Drac. Oh, man. After a bowl of chili. There's no timing out today, Les, unless you're get on someone's nerve, then you're getting timed out. Why are you already getting on my nerves, Les? Who the hell are you? Why were you timed out? And why are you already getting on my nerves? You know what time it is, Les? 10 in the morning, bud, and you're already on my fucking nerves? Can you just sit in the corner and shut up, be quiet? Don't get on my nerves, you'll be just fine. that bad boy. Doot, doot, doot. Peterbilt, baby. Peterbilt with the sleeper, baby. You tell him, Carolyn.
I dated a black man when I was in Job Corps. I am not a racist.
Carolyn's never been on my nerves. Think about that. Be more like Carolyn. Your ex called you Peterbilt? Why? Because you have a spare tire? Oh! Look at that truck on a truck. Hey, dog. I heard you like trucks. So I brought you a truck on a truck so you can truck while you truck.
Out of respect, lining up as well.
Oh, the cops are lining up too. Oh, that's nice of them. Yo, dog. Let's do a dab. Yes, привет, привет, привет. Let's use the pineapple. That's right, Mimi Quest, you tell him. Dude, I'm gonna have the sickest truck horn on my car, dude. I'm gonna have the sickest truck horn that 350 bucks can buy. Promise you that. Pretty sick. Pineapple time, baby. I think it's pretty badass too. They haven't been washed for a long time either. They've been all dirtied up. But man, they're pretty nice. Woo! Whoa!
Pretty powerful, you guys. Humbled to be here.
Hey, Jay. Free? Nope. Good morning, Danielle. How are you sneaking in here? The butt crack of 10 a.m.? What the heck? Must be nice. Must be nice. That'd be sick, right? A cargo ship one? $43 more subs until we get 46,000, baby. Everybody has legal. We have legal shrooms here, Kenneth. Shrooms are everywhere, baby. Let's smoke one for Coots and Milk River. Yo, Chris! With that $10 via Cash App. Make it a $360 truck horn. Honk, honk, bitches. You got it, Chris. Maybe I'll get the extended warranty on that joint. Thank you.
little more than 40 trucks.
The Honda rolling. Less than 40 subs now. You guys are kicking butt. Newfoundland Stretch. All right, I'll look it up. I'm not too much of a, but I haven't really drank any good rum yet, so maybe I'm a rum person. I just don't know it. I didn't know I was a tequila person until I freaking tried some of that 1492. Then I was like, oh, this is good. $151's horrible. Coots is reuniting with Milk River right now, Christy. Coming home, boys. Yeah, Travel Fun's been kicking butt out there for sure. It's awesome. All those guys have been kicking major freaking butt, man. It's awesome. Big ups to all those streamers putting in some time on the ground. Luckily for us, there were so many streamers that they each were like on at different times. Well, that's the end of it right there. No. Dude, you can't even hear it. It's so loud.
That was super powerful to see, and please share, you guys.
That was powerful.
Share it around, let everybody know the fight's not over. Take it somewhere else. Peace, everyone.
From cadet, but now it's a unit. It's all my new family.
100%.
And I hope we change something in the world. I love Canada. Yeah!
Much love, my man. Bacon Ranch. I'm hungry. I'm hungry too. There we go. They're playing Journey. Another copy.
I gotta freaking turn that down with the copyright, bud. Yeah, he knows. He's getting all kinds of emails, and his email is like, what the hell? He's wondering why his videos get blocked. I'm not sure if they get blocked, but usually they play enough of those songs, they all get blocked. That sucks. Oh yeah, what was I doing? I was doing this. Boom. Boom.
People down so we can tear gas. He wouldn't be down here if he wasn't waking up, eh? That's the thing. He'd still be hiding at home on his computer. Spreading bully BS and crap, right? Go Freedom George, I'm going, you know it. Let's go.
Freaking A right, bud.
You guys go get your ringtones too. I don't have the links, but Freedom George ringtones are up for Android.
This fool guy's selling ringtones? I didn't sell ringtones.
And yeah, there's a let's go, and freedom.
Damn, should we make a ringtone too? These guys are smart. Should we have PortlandAndy ringtones? Would you download one? Would you actually use one?
Post them.
That's a better question.
So we've been dealing with a lot of those type of people that we just seen back there, like more and more now, because they're literally waking up and all that hurt and all that information's coming out, and people are just having a hard time letting go and admitting that they were wrong, that they've been duped their whole life, you know. So that's okay. We just gotta keep doing this with love, and that's it. This is how we win this war, guys. We don't even have to fire a bullet, because this is bigger than us. We're not in charge here. God's in charge, and we're just doing what He tells us to.
All right. I'll think about it. We'll see what we can do.
Let's go. See, the music over here always cuts me off. Silly Facebook.
You guys are awesome.
Cars, whatever, we'll get you in here pretty easily. You see what they're doing with their campers.
Follow the money. Follow the money. There's a lot of powerful people, and it's pretty easy too, guys. All these truck drivers can go home.
The cabal bullies.
And all the truck drivers out there that are running around right now, they can stay home too, in the comfort of their own home, and no trucks moving around. Tell me that wouldn't cripple a lot of things.
MAGA.
Can you imagine if everybody pulled their money out of the TD Bank? Wow, that would hurt them pretty good. Now,
NFTs
I'm
are the
not
new
telling everybody to
ringtone.
go do that. It was just
Non-fungible tokens?
a thought. It was just me thinking out loud.
This freaking Eminem he's playing back there.
Freedom! Freedom!
Yep. Definitely M&M. You know, Canadians,
Thank you very much.
they love their
Portland,
M&Ms.
Andy. Thank you very much, Portland, Andy. These are all great people.
Bruce Smith super chatted $3.33 in the morning. Drinking Peroni today. Chic as FOOK.
Peroni, you are chic as fook. Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah, as a lot of you know, YouTube's been playing games with me, unsubscribing people.
PortlandAndy
Applied
6-pack of
for,
ringtones. I like that, Mr.
monetization.
Monkey. Hey, Brownie.
Not
buddy.
sure if I'm gonna get it, but we'll see.
Oh, Brownie.
Got the
Good to see you,
PayPal
buddy.
in the link, or in the description, sorry. Link in the description. Do not donate if you are broke. Only
No
if it
broke
fits your
boys, only the
means,
rich boys.
or
Yeah,
donate.
none of you broke boys donate, just the rich ones. Thank you. Where my rich boys at? Where's your treats, Brownie? Let me find one. He's setting up his tent right there, my man's.
Pages, it's hard to work them back up again.
How you doing?
We'll see, Crazy. I don't think so. Doesn't it have to pass Parliament first? He can't just, I don't know. From what I understand, he has to, like, all has to pass Parliament before anything really happens.
Walking. I've done
But
it
I don't know. I'm
in
not Canadian, so I don't know what's up.
the last 2 weeks. Walking around all day.
Andy's Dirty Dozen ringtones remixed. I bet you we can make some pretty sweet ringtones. There's a lot of talented people out there.
Hey, so what is that thing?
It's called a shofar.
A what?
Shofar.
Shofar.
Yeah, so S-H-O-F-A-R.
It's from the Bible, buddy.
Shofar. And this is whenever the Bible talks about blowing of the horn.
It took the
or
wall down.
Trumpets, they're talking about shofar.
That's what it did. That's the That's what it is.
Well, this or a ram's horn, which are
Tammy super chatted $10. Here's some greenies for the brownie.
All right, I'll go get some greenies. Thank you.
Okay, interesting.
Styrian Panther 6969 super chatted $5.70 for the freedom.
For the Freedom Fund.
Okay.
Thank you, Styrian.
What do
And Tammy.
If you were to buy
This was about
Two of the rich mofos in chat. Oh.
And can you get them around here or just Israel?
No, you can actually. I know they
Appreciate
even
that.
sell them
Thank you for the
on,
support, you guys.
Amazon has some as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they sell them by length. So.
Okay, you can get different lengths.
Yes.
Can you give us one more
Yeah,
little
I
blow?
can give you a little blow.
But now imagine a million of them.
Thank you very much. You have
That's when the
amazing
power
day.
comes. The power's not in one shofar, it's in a million shofars. They're gonna rap? Oh, I knew he was gonna rap. Canadian rap, by the way. Tried to summon Joe Rogan. These are going good, Mac. You know how it is. Rolling and trolling.
If you're saying you paid me $2, thank you. Much appreciated. I don't know where this guy is today.
He's out.
He's usually out here playing music. Oh, he's got one of those. What are these things called? Etch-a-sketch.
Chauffeurs.
That's right. He's got a mini etch-a-sketch. Used to play with that when I was a kid.
I got so many freaking things open here. Okay, we're good now. Let's condense some stuff, you guys. The way it's looking messy. Better. Let me see.
Gasoline. Starbucks has been closed since the protest has been going on. The government saying it's too dangerous to stay open. There's the police.
Oh yeah, no, you can look up. I forgot. My brain's still waking up.
There we have Buddy in the monkey suit again over there.
Buddy in the monkey suit. Vegas, Saturday.
Starbucks is closed. The Govs shut down all the businesses around here. They said it was too dangerous.
I got moves. Short of his glory in the rise, up on wings like eagles soaring with no fear of evil.
Sorry, what's going on? Enhance what? Oh, they're taking the Milk River cams down? Or they're fixing them? Yeah, that's what you did say, huh, Micro? I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's real. I don't know how that works. I'm not Canadian. I just said. It is happening today?
A lot of
Guess we'll be watching, baby.
Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. These are all great people.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for your support.
All right, guys. I'm gonna head in for a little bit. It's freezing cold.
We will continue to hold the line. Oh, look, some vehicles got moved around.
Soy Milk River?
A little harder to tow them this way. You can jam up more this way.
Don't let PortlandAndy restream your stream.
Really crazy? That's hilarious. That's not hilarious. I just don't believe it. I believe it, but I don't believe it. It's hard to believe, but I know it's true. You know what I mean?
Yes, I heard about the border in Coots. Yes. Oh, thank you. But it's pretty funny how all those brand new weapons showed up down there. Tell me that wasn't staged. Yes, the Ottawa police chief resigned. Well, he worked for Pfizer anyway. You didn't see Mr. Trudeau at the House of Commons yesterday. Hate to see him stomp out like a little 2-year child again.
Imagine, J-Red, it'd be horrible.
Get out of your community. Do what you.
So yes, guys, share this out far and wide. Let everybody know what's happening down here. A peaceful protest. That's what's happening. And I think that's what got them scared, because they don't know how to deal with a peaceful protest. So we did have a few residents down here, guys, that were angry with us. And now they're out talking to us. Some of them are shaking our hands now. They just need to come out and chat with us. That's all.
Oopsie.
And they're sending them with, this is what police officers.
How's it going? Happy. How's the soup?
Oh, lovely.
Oh, the soup is good, guys. The soup is good. So we'll scoot back up the other side here. See if any speakers. Most all the big speakers are on the weekends.
All right. Well, there you guys have it, man. Showed you what's going on up there today.
Stories.
Ahmad, you got it, brother mans.
Oh, we know the police are trying to plan the same thing as they did at Coots with that stolen truck of weapons. But we keep our eyes open. You know, we don't store weapons, you know, on the outside of your trucks. Quebec is removing the passports as of tomorrow. Thank you, truckers. Well, as you can see, Doug Ford said the same thing. Oh, we're going to lift some mandates and stuff like that. But then he had to make it known it had nothing to do with the truckers. Do you guys believe that? I don't believe that for a second. I'm sure we had a little bit to do with it.
I got candy. Hey, Brownie, it's not for you. Stay away.
I think Trudeau is running scared now. And his last option was to invoke
Ooh,
the War
bourbon
Act on
chocolate.
us.
Don't mind if I do.
That's a pretty crazy thing to do to your citizens. You know, even to the ones that voted for him.
Thanks. I was just in the neighborhood. Thought I'd stop.
It's time to wake up.
Yeah, you was in the neighborhood, all right, nigga. You telling the truth there. You was in the neighborhood.
You know, you voted
payday.
for the
Well,
Prime
hell,
Minister.
since you mentioned it, let me have $10.
Christy Lewell super chatted $30. Have fun in Vegas, Andy.
I am. So are you. I'm taking you guys with me. What are you talking about? We're all going to Vegas, baby. Shit. I'm going, you're going.
And hold the line with us. That's what we need. We need numbers and more. The more numbers we have, the better. No, that's the story about those weapon guys. That's all stage stuff. That's what the media keeps pushing out to make us look like we're horrible people. Anybody who owns a gun license, you know not to bring it to a peaceful protest. Well, we're better than that. But there's still people out there believing the media, and that's the scary part. We've been showing you guys now for over 2 weeks what the media is like, what the government is like.
Thank you again, Chrissy, for that 30 bomb. The big 30 bomb.
Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. These are all great people.
Jeff Stanton super chatted $2. Salt
Jeff.
MORNN Salt Andy
Morning.
Salt I Salt WL Salt Try Salt to Salt Keep Salt Assault Salt DWN Salt Today Salt 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 Salt.
You got it, brother mans.
Any one of those premiers, they will not give the truckers any credit for removing those mandates. They want the whole world to say that it was their idea.
Thank you, Jeff.
But everybody who's
Appreciate you.
been paying attention, we know who helped out with those mandates.
Nose
We know
beers in
the
Vegas?
truth.
Beers in Vegas? Probably not. I should be okay.
There's no speeches right now, guys.
It was hard to find me today. What do you mean? I'm right here. I didn't go anywhere.
Well, what does this here say? Hold on, I gotta.
Did you go to the PortlandAndy app? All you gotta do is go to the PortlandAndy app. It should say I'm on live right now, doesn't it? It does. Look.
Stop saying it's the War Act. Well, it's still the War Act. They changed the name in back in I think it's 84. So yeah, you do your research. They changed the name of the War Act back in 84. Research it.
Then yeah, the reason the Notos didn't work is because, you know why? I'm pretty sure why. I'm no like freaking app developer, but like, so what the app does, it like sends a ping to YouTube to see if I'm live or not. It like checks, right? Every like certain amount of minutes. Let's say it's set to like 15 minutes or let's say it's set to 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes it will check to see if I'm live, and if I'm newly live, it'll send a notification. However, this morning, I think what happened is I ended the other stream and then I started this stream within that time period, so the app didn't realize there's a new stream. That makes sense.
Decided to stick it out with us?
Yeah, for a while longer here. I'm stick it out, see what happens. So
I think that's why.
The next couple weeks is gonna be pretty big.
Well, we'll have to see what happens.
I guess so, eh?
But you know, we have to take care of you and take care of your family first, right? So.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just make sure they're okay, right?
Ping pong.
They know why you're here. They know why you're here.
100%.
It's tough to be away, but hey, you're working oil patch. You know what it's like, right?
Yes, sir. Take care, man.
You too, bud.
Ooh, salted caramel. I love it.
It's one of my GP boys from Grand Prairie. He was talking about going home a few days back, and he's still here, so. You know, it is tough to be away from the families. I had a little cry this morning with the wife. Oh, here's another GP guy. Hey! I guess I had a small cry with the wife this morning, guys, but, you know, she understands why I'm here and what I'm doing. And it is tough to be away from family, guys. It is. And like I said, I don't want to bring them down here and something and bring harm to them. I knew what I signed up for when I came down, so. Oh, the cracks in the foundation are starting. You betcha. We know it's not over. But we'll continue to hold the line.
Proceeds and funds, which is, I think, an instrument that we'll be working very closely with the banks and financial institutions to operationalize. Then here again, we will depend on police to do the job, to do it responsibly, to do it within the parameters of the law and the charter, and to do it in a way that is as peaceful as possible.
You mentioned that there's an ideology by the people who are here in Ottawa to overthrow the government. And when you combine that with the fact that we've seen that there were a number of guns seized by the RCMP in Coots, is it also your expectation that the trucks out in Wellington and around Ottawa would have guns in them as well?
Look, we, for an assessment of that, have to rely on law enforcement. I don't want to speculate about what may or may not be in possession of those who are participating in the illegal blockades. And this gets back to what Tondo was asking earlier about who's responsible for what. What elected representatives in government governments are responsible for are to give police the tools that are necessary. And yesterday's invocation of the Emergencies Act is another tool. But in terms of operationalizing those laws, making them real on the streets,
so cute,
that's the job of the police. That's the job of those who put on the uniform and the badge. And that's why we are, depending on them to restore public safety in the most responsible and professional manner that they can, as quickly and as peacefully as possible.
Okay, we're going to turn to some calls from outside the room now. I'd like to start with Melanie Marquis, La Presse, followed by David Thurton, CBC. Melanie, your line should be opening.
I'm not sure, Drax.
The floor is yours.
I'm keeping an eye out for it, though.
Yes, my question is directed at Minister Duclos. Point of clarification regarding the travel health notice. You said it'll be moving from level 3 to level 2. I just wanted to clarify that that will be from the 28th of February. Moreover, why wait 2 weeks before easing these restrictions? What's the scientific basis for that 2-week delay? Response. Well, to clarify, yes, it's the 28th of February is a Monday, so it's the evening of the Sunday, the 28th of February, that these changes will come into effect. Secondly, the travel health notice is going from level 3
Coots is
to
down.
level 2.
It's still live, but it's
Level 3
down.
was discouraging all non-essential travel. Level 2 is inviting Canadians to exercise prudence when they consider travel abroad. Now, you can break that down in 2 ways. First, to consider the situation, the state of affairs in their destination country, to get information about the conditions they may find themselves in based on the destination country, and also the conditions here back in Canada. Second consideration, why the 28th of February? Well, obviously, the Arrive Can app needs to be updated. It needs to be properly programmed so that everything could be properly rolled out. Follow-up. Well, if I've understood correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is more of a planning issue out on the ground rather than epidemiological problems or difficulties to do with this. Minister Mendicino, I'd like to hear your reaction to the fact that the Ottawa Chief of Police has stepped down. Did the government put pressure on him to leave? And do you believe that this will enable us to turn the page and open a new chapter as far as this occupation of Ottawa is concerned? Response: absolutely not. There was no pressure brought to bear by the government on the decision of the Chief of Police in Ottawa. It's a decision of a personal nature, from what I understand, and I wish to acknowledge Chief Slowly's hard work over decades on the front lines of the police services of law enforcement. Now, our focus in the federal government is to put all necessary resources at the disposal of law enforcement so that they can move ahead with an integrated operation to restore good order and public safety in the streets of Ottawa so that all Ottawa residents can once again find peace. This is an unacceptable state of affairs, and that is our focus going forward.
David Thurton, CBC.
Minister Mendicino, you said it in French there, if I understood you correctly. You understand that Chief Slowly's resignation was personal. What do you mean by that?
My understanding is that this was a resignation. I would just point out that, to be clear, that the federal government had no role in the decision, and that there are obviously, relationships that exist between Chief Slowly and the Ottawa Police Board.
Hot dogs
that are
Zai,
beyond.
Zai got another dang hot dog. Let's see what he does with it.
Our focus is to
Ketchup.
continue to give.
He already broke the
Ottawa
bun.
Police Service, the Ontario Provincial.
Oh, it's gonna be a poor-looking hot dog. Just put ketchup on that.
All of the resources that
lots
they need
of
to restore
ketchup.
public order
mustard
in the streets of Ottawa. And certainly the integrated central command unit, which has now been set up, does allow for those
go for the
tools
ketchup,
to
bud.
be
That's
used
what
in
you
a
do.
very focused manner.
Douse it,
And
douse it.
I also said in French that the situation here in Ottawa has been acceptable for quite some time, and it's our hope that public order will be restored as quickly as possible.
Okay, but the chief of police force in the capital city just resigned. I mean, you could forgive people not only in Ottawa, but in the country who feel like no one's leading the ship here. So it doesn't really matter which jurisdictional level of government is speaking here. I think people just want clarity, assurance. Can you tell us, as much as you know, what you know about the reason Slowly resigned? You said it's for personal reasons. I think you need to say something more than that.
No, I just want to be clear. The decision was taken by Chief Slowly, completely independent from the federal government. And, obviously those are questions that will be put to Chief Slowly. Our focus is to provide tools and resources to the police so that they can do the job of restoring public safety. And that is our focus. And yesterday's declaration of the Emergencies Act, which was an unprecedented moment in our country's history, was another way in which we could make available
What an
to the
unacceptable
disposal
amount
of
of
the Ottawa
wasted
Police
ketchup.
Service,
Damn,
the
right.
OPP, and the RCMP.
That was enough for two
all of the
freaking
things
hot
that
dogs.
they need. Be it the
Thank you,
ability
Bruce.
to declare
And thank
certain
you,
zones as
Strong, with
being
the
prohibited
firebomb.
public assembly.
Via Cash App. Thank you for using Cash App. Freedom. Much love, brother. Hey, much love.
Dispatch
Thank you
RCMP
again,
officers
Strong.
to,
Thank you
quickly
again,
enforce
Bruce. You guys are
municipal
amazing.
and provincial legislation, and yes, as well, empowering banks and financial institutions to put a stop to the flow of proceeds that could advance the illegal blockades as quickly as possible, all of which, of course, being within the parameters of the law and the charter. And we'll continue to do what we can to give police those tools. But we trust them to restore public safety. I mean, to your point, yes, you're right. People don't want to hear about jurisdiction. They're not interested in the nuances. What I think people in Ottawa expect and have every right to see happen is that public order will be restored as soon as possible.
Okay, let's turn now to Marika Walsh and then Bourse pour le devoir, Marika.
Hi there. Thanks very much for taking our questions. Minister Medicino, my questions are also for you. First, on your comments that I believe you said something along the lines of nobody wants to see a repeat of the last 3 weeks, and the police appreciate that. So what guarantees can you give Ottawa residents that things will change? How quickly will they change? And how are you able to ensure that there is not a repeat, given that it's Tuesday, we've lost today, there's no police chief, and there's a long weekend coming up, and we know more protesters will come?
Well, I think that's a very fair question. And all I can assure you and to everybody who's watching is that we have conveyed the concerns of the community here in Ottawa. And we've done it in a way that is honest and direct. We have expressed the degree of anxiety, the concerns. And these are not just images on social media. I know there's a lot of traffic over the course of the last 3 weeks. We're talking about people's lives. And so our job in government is to ensure that law enforcement understands and appreciates exactly what the community is feeling. The conversations that we've had, particularly with my colleagues who work in our government, Minister Fortier and MP Nakfi, have been extremely vocal, as has been all of the MPs who are members of the NCR caucus. I want to be clear, not only in Ottawa, but also in the Gatineau region. And our job is to make sure that police understand that anxiety. And from the exchanges that I've had with the commissioner, I believe that the RCMP understand it. And I know that they're working day and night to be sure that there is an operation that will be put into effect to restore public order. It isn't easy. You know, the illegal blockade has now become entrenched in the downtown core over the last 3 weeks. You see trucks on Wellington Street. You see other structures. You know, you see fireworks going off. You see barriers that have been toppled. I mean, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But the point that I would just make is that, you know, from my conversations with law enforcement at the federal level, that they understand that challenge and are going to work day and night to make sure that there isn't a repeat.
Thank you for that response. And going to another comment that I've heard repeatedly from yourself and your colleagues, the government keeps pointing to the situation in Coots as a justification, or one of the justifications for the Emergencies Act being invoked. But the police were able to deal with circumstances in Coots without the Emergencies Act. So why is it that we need the Emergencies Act if police in Windsor and in Alberta were able to do their job and to enforce public order and bring an end to these blockades without the act in place?
These are all great people.
Well, first I want to acknowledge the exceptional work of the RCMP, not only in Coots,
Ottawa Police Chief resigned. 2,000 firearms in a truck stolen in Peterborough. Emergency Act. I think we're gonna see some shooting soon. Pray for Canada.
I'm praying. So that I'll pray, Randy. Trade, moving again. I mean, the devastation that was caused as a result of the obstructions to those who are participating in the illegal blockades is very deep, and it needs to be turned around. But as I explained yesterday, we can't take for granted the gains that have been made by law enforcement using existing authorities. And one of the rationales for invoking the Emergencies Act is so that we can put into effect additional tools to prevent another illegal blockade from occurring. And here I'm thinking about, Windsor in particular, and making sure that the Ambassador Bridge remains open, putting our hands on the additional barriers and tow trucks that are needed to keep flow moving as much as possible. So, yes, you're right. There have been a number of arrests and seizures that have been made with pre-existing authorities, but we don't want it to occur again. And that's why the measures which we have introduced under the Emergencies Act, which are temporary, they're targeted, they're geographically specific, and they are intended to operate in concert with pre-existing provincial authorities, including where the RCMP are the police of jurisdiction, is a way in which we think we can hold on to the gains that we have made and keep the borders and the bridges open and our national symbols safe.
National symbols safe.
Nous avons bosse pour
Le devoir.
Person ici, very patient person. I know you also have question period, but let's start with the question on the phone here.
My first question is for Minister Duclos. I have the data before my very eyes. On the 29th of January, 35% of PCR tests at the border turned out to be positive. So if my math is right, in an aeroplane, if you look around you, 1 out of every 10 passengers is likely to be infected with COVID-19. So here's what I'd like to know from you. Are you throwing in the towel when it comes to avoiding importing new variants into Canada? That was your main rationale for keeping the test in place. Response. Well, thank you for your question. Indeed, we need to continue to exercise vigilance and prudence, particularly so at the border. And what we were waiting to see was a drop in this positivity rate. And based on the most recent estimates that date back to late January, well, we waited now till mid-February, and it is our belief that in the upcoming weeks, even though it'll take some time for this data to flow through, we expect an improvement in the situation. That doesn't mean that travelling will be without risk. What it means is that we'll continue to invite Canadians to exercise prudence, to continue to be smart when they think about travelling abroad. So moving from level 3 to level 2 of this travel health notice or travel advisory doesn't mean that travel is without risk henceforth, or that when coming back to Canada you don't need to be careful also. So that's why we see the usefulness of multiple layers of protection. There's a pre-departure layer. We still have that layer of protection in place, even though the mandatory testing is no longer responsible. This will protect Canadians and those that they rub shoulders with over the course of their travel. Follow-up question for your colleague, Minister Mendocino. The Prime Minister confirmed yesterday that this Emergencies Act would not be applied across Canada, but only where and when necessary, and in collaboration with provincial and territorial law enforcement. So here's my question. Will the federal government be using these measures under the Emergency Act, foisting them on provinces and territories that aren't interested in it, like Manitoba and Alberta, for example? Response. Well, I think you've laid things out very clearly here. That is how the Emergency Act will be rolled out on the ground across Canada. There are tools under this Act that are novel, that will be able to be used across very specific geographical regions. Now, the most important thing and useful thing to retain here is that the tools under this Act will be used in collaboration with the law enforcement in the provinces and territories. That is one thing that the Prime Minister underscored when he spoke to all of the provincial premiers, provincial and territorial premiers. This will be done in cooperation with the law enforcement, with their federal, provincial, territorial and municipal counterparts.
Ministers, thank you, merci. I know you have to get to question period. I'd also observe there's one reporter here who might be able to squeeze something in, but I realize you have to walk through the trucks across the street to QP. So thank you very much for your time. Merci, miigwech.
Out of there? Out of there, looks like.
Winnipeg avec nous autres. Comme vous le voyez, tout le monde est là. So as you can see, the camp is really big. And that's only one street, and we're going to get further down later on. Here's the real leaders of the country, everywhere. Tous nos leaders du pays sont ici.
What's up, leaders? How you doing, guys? How you guys doing? Where you guys from? Oh, that's where I came from. Yeah, man. I came from Lloydminster. Where about Alberta? Yeah, baby. Southern Calgary. See? All the real leaders are here on site everywhere. And I was just showing the people that, because when they're listening to mainstream media, they're telling them that there's nothing going on here. So I'm showing every street and all the camps and all the stuff that's going downtown because we're going to get 4 millions this weekend, guys. On va avoir 4 millions en fin de semaine. Fait que je vous montre tous les camps. Fait qu'on a du monde de partout. That's right, man. Yeah. Who's the power? You're the power. You're the law of the land. Like, the government has no power. They're completely unlawful. It's a freaking blown-up corporation that operates with legalese. But the people are the actual law of the land. You just got to quit listening to their stuff. Yeah. Look at the sun. The sunny days. And should I keep going? This is only Kent Street, and it's got some more. It's like everywhere. Fait que la rue Kent est partout. So let's go check out
super chatted $5. Hot Dog King. Don't forget about the rodeo in California later this year. Keep up the great work.
I'll try my best not to. I need you guys to remind me so I can just get tickets and get scheduled and get everything organized. I will. Thank you, Job for. Where was it at again? We'll figure it out as we get closer. We'll do it.
What's up, leaders? Where you guys from? Oh, I did already. I'm sorry, I got you again. Have a good day, angels. And there we go. Let's go on the other side. Hey, hey, hey. So as you can see, this is kilometers long, and that's only one street. Comme vous pouvez le voir, c'est une couple de kilomètres de long, et c'est seulement une rue de Red-Set, et toutes les rues sont pleines comme ça. There we go. All right. There we go. What's up, brother? Hey, hey, where you from? BC. Then we got BC. We got every province there, man. So Colombie-Britannique est ici avec nous autres. We have everybody. On a tout le pays au complet. So now you know, guys. Now you know. Now you know that everything that the mainstream media is saying is a lie, as usual. And all the streets are loaded. This is only one that I did. I did the Kent Street. Fait que ça, là, vous voyez que la mainstream media, c'est tous des estimateurs. Là, c'est juste une rue que je vous ai montrée. Après ça, tantôt, on va aller en avant. Je vais vous montrer ce qui se passe en avant du Parlement. So we're going to go in front of Parliament after, and I'm going to show you the new setup of the trucks. More trucks have been squeezed in front of Parliament, and I'm going to show that to you. And then after that, we're going to go chase some media. My favorite thing to do. Yeah.
Hundreds of more coming in.
So, yeah, and we got hundreds of trucks coming, hundreds of people coming. We got 4 million coming this weekend. On a 4 millions en fin de semaine. So get down here and let's keep it going, all right? So thanks for watching Black Sheep Root Media. Merci de watcher Black Sheep Root Media. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. We're going to go live from the hill.
And my mom backed him up. He said, it was an act of courage that shaped the life of Kiki Kea, a hero to his people. May he rest in peace.
L'honorable député de Terrebonne.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Nous soulignons aujourd'hui un triste anniversaire. En effet, le 15 février 1839, les 6 derniers des 12 leaders patriotes étaient pendus au pied du courant. Ceux-ci menaient un mouvement de libération nationale. Les patriotes ont combattu en faveur des...
Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. Thank you very much, PortlandAndy.
Sure.
These are all great people.
I'm triple
Job
vaccinated.
49 super chatted $2. Sent the location info to Twitter DM.
All right. Oh shit. My earpiece. All right. I'll check out my Twitter. Thank you, Job for 9. I'll look it up for sure. All right. Oh yeah. You guys getting copyrighted up. And what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was looking. That was the only one that's loud enough. That's too bad. Wasn't even loud.
Sounds like there's going to be some music coming up, some dancing.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Them joints was loud. Both of them got freaking copyrighted music. That's interesting. Yeah. Go for it, guys. What are the best hot dogs to eat for breakfast? Sausages. Breakfast sausages. Oh, they're so good. I love breakfast sausages. They're good as hell. Bagel dogs? Those are pretty good too. Maple sausage. Man, you're making me hungry already. And I already had breakfast. What time is it? Oh, it's lunchtime. Links usually. Patties are okay. Just depend. Oh, Zot's getting more food. He's getting a hamburger. I repeat, Zot's gonna put a shitload of ketchup on his damn hamburger. He likes his hamburgers wet.
Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. These are all great people.
Bruce Smith super chatted $3.33. What came first? The sausage or the hot dog?
Probably the sausage. The sausage dates back a long time, man. Like, you know the history of sausages? Neither do I, but I'm sure it goes back for like a long time ago.
There he is, guys, the hardest worker of the convoy. Hey man. Hey man. Hey man. Got you this. Hold on, I got you some granolas. Got you, man. Keep working hard, man.
I will. I will. I'm not going anywhere, don't worry.
Hold the line, brother.
Hold the line.
Thank you very much, PortlandAndy.
Take a break, bro.
Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. These are all great people.
Bruce Smith super chatted $2. Fake news. Hot dogs are everything.
Thank you, Bruce.
All right,
The
guys.
sausage always comes first, Chalupa Cover? Is that so? Bet you would know, bud.
ZNN Uber Eats. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up? I'm doing a YouTube live stream. Do you mind being in it? I'm doing a YouTube live stream. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
Who's it? What's the organization?
You don't have to shout it out to the person across.
Yours is louder, man.
The Right Honorable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, you are absolutely right. This is a time for responsible leadership, not crass partisanship. The situation requires additional tools not held by other federal, provincial, or territorial law. It's what responsible leadership requires. These measures must be and will be compliant with the Canadian...
Hero's getting heckled, dude, but I can't find a good stream.
The rights of Canadians to peaceful assembly and to freedom of expression. politicians continue to encourage the leaders of these blockades.
Well, Leader of the Opposition.
Well, let's get down to the basics of what this is really about. This is about the Prime Minister's ideological attachment
Let's try this
to
one.
keeping COVID restrictions
As long as Trudeau
mandates to end. Conservatives presented a motion yesterday asking simply for a plan, but the Prime Minister is in denial and is ignoring the science. He might as well be back at the cottage because he's doing nothing productive or constructive to help this situation. Can the Prime Minister tell Canadians when he will end the divisive, outdated, and unscientific mandate and restrictions?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, like I said, this is a time for responsible leadership to end these blockades. Unfortunately,
tell Canadians when he will end the divisive, outdated, and unscientific mandate and restrictions.
Pump this motherfucker up.
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, like I said, this is a time for responsible leadership to end these blockades. Unfortunately, the Conservatives continue to play partisan games. The Conservative member Provencher just yesterday...
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut off the Prime Minister just for a second. And just... I mean, heckling is usually throwing one comment out. Clever, hopefully, although not always necessary. But what I'm hearing is someone bullying and trying to drown someone out. That's not heckling. I just want everyone to take a deep breath, and I'll let the Prime Minister start from the top, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Unfortunately, we see that even in a moment of extremely challenging times, when people are moving forward with responsible leadership and responsible tools, the Conservatives can't help themselves but play crass political games and divide. The Conservative member for Provencher just yesterday embraced the leaders of this blockade and amplified their cause. The Conservative member for Yorkton Melville said this weekend that blockaders who ripped down fencing around our national war memorial are patriots. The Conservative leadership contender from Carleton continues to say he's proud.
L'honorable député de Louis Saint-Laurent.
Monsieur le Président, pendant 17 jours, le Premier ministre n'a pas levé le petit doigt sur ce qui se passait ici à Ottawa. Plus tôt, il a insulté les gens qui ne l'écoutaient pas, qui ne partageaient pas son point de vue. Résultat, Monsieur le Président, hier, le Premier ministre a sorti une loi qu'on n'a pas utilisée pendant un demi-siècle. Il affirme avoir consulté les premiers ministres. C'est faux. Il a plutôt informé les premiers ministres, puisque plus de la moitié des premiers ministres provinciaux sont contre. Le Premier ministre le voit très bien dit en disant que le Premier ministre canadien jette de l'huile sur le feu.
Right now. That is the scene in front of Parliament Hill.
Why does the Prime Minister always try to cover up his inaction in this way? The Honourable Prime Minister.
Nous étions en train de travailler de façon responsable avec les autorités locales, avec les différentes juridictions pour contrer ces barrages illégaux. Et nous allons continuer d'assurer que les polices locales aient tous les outils nécessaires. Et c'est exactement ce qu'on a amené
precisely what we did yesterday. We brought additional tools to the table that local police, the police of jurisdictions can use when dealing with blockades and roadblocks. I know the opposition tends to support those who are blocking our economy, but we do not. The honourable member for Louis Saint-Laurent. Mr. Speaker, Canadians have seen in recent days that things were improving without the Emergencies Act. That happened in Ontario, it happened in Alberta, and it could have happened here in Ottawa. But no, Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister would prefer to invoke legislation that hasn't been used in 50 years to continue to divide and insult and provoke instead of looking for a compromise. Why does the Prime Minister not consult Canadians and premiers, including his own member from Louis Hébert?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Les Canadiens sont
Mr.
tannés de
Speaker,
la COVID. Ils
Canadians
sont
are
tannés
sick and
des
tired
restrictions. Ils sont aussi
of
tannés que les
COVID
gens
and restrictions,
barricadent
but they're
leurs
also
rues
tired of
et
people
bloquent
blocking
leur
their
accès
streets
aux biens et à
and
leurs
impeding
emplois.
their
C'est pour ça
access
que nous avons
to
dû prendre des mesures
goods and services. And that's why we've had to take responsible steps to allow the provinces and local jurisdictions to maintain supply chains and keep our streets clear of illegal demonstrations. We will always be there to support our police forces with the tools that are charter consistent and to protect our values and rights.
Merci, Monsieur le Président.
The honourable member for Chambly.
Ottawa a perdu le contrôle sur Ottawa.
Mr. Speaker, Ottawa has lost control.
Hey, Crazy Legs, what's the name of the other Canadian news network I usually go to with the lady who speaks? I like hearing her better.
The Emergencies Act.
The translator.
The situation in Quebec was managed very well without the Emergencies Act. The Prime Minister made a commitment to limit the geographic use of the Emergencies Act, but the actual order doesn't say that at all. Will the Prime Minister promise to explicitly exclude Quebec from the application of this emergency order? The Honourable Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, the Emergencies Act gives additional tools to police forces all across the country in an emergency situation, as we've seen all over the country, more or less, and in many places. They have managed to deal with these barricades.
Yeah, CPAC's
but
way
we
better.
know that the risk remains
so much
fact,
cleaner.
and it's up to local police in Quebec or elsewhere. They will have the tools available to them if they need them.
I'm gonna subscribe to him, actually.
Those measures are proportionate, they're responsible, and they will only be used if needed by local police. The honourable member for Belleuil-Chambly. Mr. Speaker, the parties at the National Assembly in Quebec aren't interested. The government of Quebec is not interested. The Bloc Québécois is not interested either. And I hear among our neighbors that Alberta's not interested, Saskatchewan's not interested, Manitoba's not interested. Is the Prime Minister shopping around? Is he looking for support to impose legislation in Quebec against Quebec's will? The Honourable Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, the Emergencies Act applies against illegal barricades and blockades that may crop up here and there all around the country. This is a response that we have come up with. It's responsible, it's proportionate, and it's limited both in time and in its geographic application. And it still protects our rights and freedoms under the Charter. We are reacting responsibly, and we will continue to be there for Canadians who are suffering. The honourable member for Burnaby South.
Sadly, we are in this crisis because we've seen a failure to take this crisis seriously at all levels of government. And now we're seeing Indigenous and racialized people look at the double standard that the convoy is being treated as compared to those protesters. And we also have deeply disturbing reports of military and police personnel who've expressed sympathy and support for the convoy. So will the Prime Minister provide assurances in this House that the police will use the powers given to protect people and not support the occupation?
Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the measured and responsible use of the Emergencies Act that we announced yesterday gives specific time-limited proportional tools to police of local jurisdiction and their partners to be able to ensure that these illegal blockades end, to make sure that people who have now fully been heard by all Canadians choose to go home. These are the things that Canadians expect from their orders of government, and I can say that we have worked extremely closely across orders of government with all different polices of jurisdiction to ensure that Canadians get their streets and their lives back.
Member for Burnaby South.
On est dans une crise nationale.
We're in a national crisis, and we aren't seeing the end of it yet.
Weapons were found in Coots, and the situation is getting worse in Ottawa. So obviously, an end must be put to this occupation. But it's also clear that there's no occupation in Quebec. So is the Prime Minister willing to promise that these emergency measures will not be applied where they're not needed? The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, the Emergencies Act makes extra tools available to local governments
bought a T-shirt. Yo,
supported by the RCMP.
The Vox logo. Thank you.
If needed, we're not going to impose anything anywhere where it's not needed. These are simply tools that local police may or may not use. It's up to them. It's a matter of ensuring that we have all the tools we need to ensure that we put an end to these illegal blockades.
Parkland. Mr. Speaker, the invocation of the Emergencies Act for the first time in Canadian history is a damning indictment on the failure of this Prime Minister to address the situation. The Prime Minister once said, I quote, "When a government asks its citizens to give up even a small portion of their liberty, it is not simply enough to say, trust us. That trust must be earned, it must be checked, and it must be renewed." These are his words. Canadians do not trust this Prime Minister. When will he stop undermining Canadians' rights and start renewing Canadians' trust?
The Honourable Minister.
Hey, this guy goes in.
Mr. Speaker,
my hair, am I losing it?
trust this government will always follow the science, the best evidence to get us out of this pandemic, and that includes getting vaccinated, Mr. Speaker. And contrary to what my colleague says, this is an illegal blockade. This illegal blockade is not about the vaccines or the mandates. It's about a very small, organized group who are trying to upend our way of life, Mr. Speaker. Now, we've made progress. We've seen the Ambassador Bridge reopened. We've seen Coots reopened. We've seen Surrey reopened. And, Mr. Speaker, yesterday, yes, we invoked the Emergencies Act so that we can secure that progress and give law enforcement all of the tools they need. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Sturgeon River Parkland. Well, we'll see if the Prime Minister answers this one. Every opportunity he has had to de-escalate this situation in Ottawa and around Canada, he has chosen to hide, to confront, and to escalate. His divisive conduct has been a lesson in abject failure. Blockades should come down. They are already coming down across this country. But now the Prime Minister has invoked the Emergencies Act to punish Canadians who, in his words, hold unacceptable views. Why is the Prime Minister punishing Canadians for their political views? The Honourable Government House Leader.
It wasn't long ago that the former Conservative leader, now the member for Regina Capel with the Conservative Party, said the following: these protesters, these activists, may have the luxury of spending days at a time at a blockade, but they need to check their privilege. They need to check their privilege and let the people whose jobs depend on the railway system and small business and farmers do their jobs. And what have they said now in this context from the beginning? As swastikas flew, as Confederate flags flew, they went out and they gave coffee. They took pictures. They have absolutely the opposite of responsible leadership. Instead of de-escalating, they escalated at every turn.
Can we go on? L'honorable député.
The Honourable Member for Portneuf-Jacques-Cartier. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We all want the blockade outside Parliament to end quickly and peacefully.
Why go so low?
The inaction of this government has forced them to
Fix
play
it, boys.
catch-up
On your end.
and to impose emergency legislation. They would do well to learn from the premiers who have managed to control the demonstrators without special legislation. Will the Prime Minister promise not to use his emergency powers in the many provinces opposed to them? Mr. Speaker, it was the former leader of the Conservative Party, the member for Regina Capel, who said that it was unacceptable to have demonstrations blocking critical infrastructure. And what is the Conservative Party doing today? Today, the Conservative Party is taking selfies and encouraging tweets. That's not responsible what they're doing. It's completely irresponsible.
Freaking Regina.
Member for Portland'Andy. Mr. Speaker, it's the government. They're the ones who are irresponsible. I'll repeat my question, and I would invite the leader to listen to the question. PEI, New Brunswick, Alberta, Quebec, they're not interested in public health measures. They're sick and tired of them. The government should not require the provinces to suffer under these public health measures, these restrictions. The Honourable Government House Leader. That's so irresponsible. We have a duty, all of us here have a duty to protect Canadians. It's not just on our duty on this side of the House of Commons. And I want to make it clear, it's time to stop the tweets and the encouragement of people demonstrating outside. It is time to take reasonable steps, reasonable action, and it's time for the Conservative Party to act responsibly.
The Honourable Member for Calgary Midnapore.
Are you done now? For 2 years, the Prime Minister has insisted he is making decisions based...
I just want to remind the honourable members to place their questions through the speaker. I'll let her restart her question.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker.
From the top.
Again, my apologies. For 2 years, the Prime Minister has insisted he is making decisions based on science. Canadians sacrificed, they isolated, closed businesses, got vaccinated because experts advised it was the safest way forward. Now, those same experts say it is time to ease restrictions. Premiers are listening, but this Prime Minister believes he knows better and has invoked the Emergency Measures Act. Does the Prime Minister intend to force provinces to implement measures they and science
I'll ask him the
disagree
same
with?
question if he won't answer it.
The Honourable Government House Leader.
I'll tell you what I'm done with. I'm done with seeing as this protest continues, as illegal actions continue that cost billions of dollars to businesses, that terrorize downtown residents. I am tired of seeing Conservative tweets, such as the member from Bravanchet who's saying that he supports it, the member for Yorkton Melville saying that that ripping down barricades in front of a war memorial is a patriotic act, watching somebody who aspires to be leader of Conservative Party saying that what's happening outside is something he stands by. That is enough. Please, it's time to end this. Stop supporting what's going on outside.
The Honourable Member for Calgary Midnapore.
Mr. Speaker, the rest of the world is opening up and returning to normal. Where the science supports it, provinces are providing Canadians with hope for the first time in 2 years, contrary to this Prime Minister, whose lack of leadership has brought him to invoke the Emergency Measures Act, traumatizing Canadians. He is well aware that many provinces are opposed to these measures. He is also well aware that the science says that they are not needed. Will this Prime Minister force provinces to implement measures that they had independently decided to remove?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, Canada has one of the lowest death rates in the world, one of the highest vaccination rates in the world. It has met the challenge of this pandemic. But what has not been met in this hour of history is that as the chaos descended outside, as protesters began to shut down critical infrastructure, we had lawmakers, people of this House, going out and encouraging their activity. And I have to ask, Mr. Speaker, if they didn't have lawmakers who were elected by constituents encouraging their illegal actions, when would this have been over? I think it would have been over a lot sooner.
The Honourable Member for Avignon-Lamétis-Matane-Matapédia. Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister said yesterday that the Emergencies Act wasn't something to be taken lightly. Indeed, it hasn't even been used since it was passed in 1988, before I was even born. It's really supposed to be the very last resort. The Prime Minister himself said it's not the first tool we've used, not even the second or third. Well, he didn't use a first tool, a second tool, or a third tool. He used 0 tools before he came up with the most extreme option. Is that really reasonable? The Honourable Minister of Public Safety. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank my colleague for her question. It's true that a lot of progress has been made at the borders in Surrey and Coots and Windsor, where the Ambassador Bridge is now reopened. That's good for trade. But yesterday, we invoked the Emergencies Act in order to provide new tools, innovative tools, to help police forces put an end to this illegal blockade. That is what a responsible government does. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Honourable Member. Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister did not get in touch with the people who have besieged Parliament for 19 days now. He didn't send his share of the 1,800 law enforcement officers requested by the City of Ottawa. He didn't create a crisis unit, including all governments and police forces. He didn't consult with partners in Quebec and the provinces before informing them of his decision to invoke the Emergencies Act. Does the Prime Minister believe that this legislation should really be the first step the government has taken in response? The Honourable Member.
I have an idea.
With all due respect, perhaps my colleague hasn't been aware of the news. There have been 3 installments of RCMP being loaned to local police enforcement in Ottawa and in Windsor, and now the Ambassador Bridge is open again. That's good for the economy. That's good for everyone. So we've done a lot, but we have to also consider further tools, new tools, to help the police finally put an end to this illegal blockade. Thank you. The Honourable Member. Mr. Speaker, the Premier of Quebec was clear. Quebec doesn't need the Emergencies Act. The government of Quebec doesn't want it. The National Assembly is unanimously opposed to this being used in Quebec. But yesterday, the Prime Minister said it would be geographically limited. But the Order in Council applies all across Canada, including Quebec. Why is the Prime Minister, who claims to be consulting, why has he decided to run roughshod over Quebec's request once again? Why should this law apply in Quebec? The Honourable Minister. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to reassure my colleague that we are going to continue to offer resources under this act. Yesterday, we invoked the Emergencies Act. It's temporary, it's limited in scope, and the measures are targeted. This tool will be implemented together with the provinces and territories, even Quebec. Thank you.
Peterborough, Kawartha.
Mr. Speaker, yesterday during a press conference, the Prime Minister said, and I quote, "Some people will say we moved too quickly. Other people will say, no, we should have acted weeks ago. The reality is this. The Emergencies Act is not something to take lightly. It is not the first thing you turn to, nor the second, nor the third. So my question is, Mr. Speaker, can the Prime Minister please tell Canadians what first, second, and third actions he took before invoking the emergency?
The Honourable Minister for Emergency Preparedness.
You know, right from the outset of the blockades and the disruptions that were taking place in Ottawa, and then the blockades at our critical infrastructure at our ports of entry, our government has worked with municipal and provincial partners right across the country in order to ensure that they had the resources and the support they needed to keep Canadians safe.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask the Minister to repeat. I'm right next to you, or to the Honourable Member, and I can't hear it because of the shouting. If I can ask the Honourable Minister to start from the top so that at least I can hear it, and hopefully the Honourable Member for Peterborough-Kawartha can hear the answer.
First, Mr. Speaker, I'm actually very glad to see that the Conservatives have once again changed their position on something important. Whereas first they supported these blockades, and now that they recognize that this is a largely foreign-funded, targeted, and coordinating attack on Canadian critical infrastructure, they flip-flop. Good for them. We're all getting used to it.
The member for Peterborough-Kawartha.
Mr. Speaker, I think the person or the party that has flip-flopped is the Liberals. Last week, you said you had all the tools you needed, to do this. And now we have an Emergency Measures Act.
Yeah.
We were told we would never need federal vaccine mandates. That changed. Now you're saying it's just jurisdiction. How can we trust this government? How much much authority does the Prime Minister need to set an unprecedented Emergency Measures Act? How much authority does he need?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the evidence is clear. A largely foreign-funded, targeted and coordinating attack on critical Canadian infrastructure at our borders is hurting Canada and harming Canadians. And, Mr. Speaker, it was equally clear that we needed to do more and would have to do what was required. Mr. Speaker, we've introduced measures that will create greater financial scrutiny and financial consequences for the people who are engaged in this criminal behavior. The evidence of firearms at Coots elevates the risk to Canadian security and safety, and we will do what is required to keep Canadians safe.
The Honourable Member for Saskatoon West.
Mr. Speaker, last Friday, the Prime Minister said that the Ottawa Police had enough resources to deal with the protesters. That's right. And on Monday, he calls for emergency measures. Boy, that escalated quickly. He had 17 days to act, and after hiding at his cottage on his MacBook for the first week, he did nothing but divide and stigmatize. Mr. Speaker, the constituents in Saskatoon West want to know what changed in the Prime Minister's mind over the weekend to justify such drastic measures.
The Honourable Minister for Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, I want to assure my colleague that the RCMP has been supporting and aiding the Ottawa Police Service to enforce public safety, not only here in Ottawa, but in Windsor, where we've reopened the Ambassador Bridge, in Coots, where the border's reopened, in Surrey, where the border's reopened, and that's good. It's good for the economy. It's good for Canadians who can get back to work, Mr. Speaker. And yesterday's invocation of the Emergencies Act is meant to secure those gains so that we give the police all of the tools that they need, whether it's declaring certain zones which are adjacent to our borders, to our national symbols, Mr. Speaker. It's important for the Conservatives to ask those participating in the illegal blockades to now go home.
The Honourable Member for Niagara Falls.
Mr. Speaker, for too long, Conservatives have been calling on this government to remove the mandatory PCR test requirements for those entering Canada. In my riding of Niagara Falls, this policy has had a devastating impact on our economy. Visits from the U.S. are nowhere near the record levels reached in 2019, and these expensive costs put on our visitors and Canadians traveling prevent them from visiting their families and loved ones. My residents want to know this: when will all federal travel mandates be ended?
The Honourable Minister of Transport.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank my honourable colleague for giving me the opportunity to share with him and all members of this House and all Canadians the great announcement that myself and our colleagues made today. Today, based on the science and the public health advice we received, we eased our travel measure, including, Mr. Speaker, allowing incoming travelers to use an antigen test instead of the PCR test, pre-departure test. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Windsor West.
Unlawful blockades at the borders across the country, including Windsor and Coots, have been shown that the Liberals have not done the proper, serious work necessary to ensure that our borders are protected and the citizens that live nearby are safe. These illegal blockades have hurt every Canadian by hurting thousands of people from getting to work and supporting their families. We have long been calling for a safe border task force, reinstate cuts from the CBSA intelligence, and also to make sure that municipalities are reinstated for their costs. To the Prime Minister, will he finally listen to our calls to ensure that safe borders are going to happen, or he's going to continue to listen to extremists? The bridge might be open now, but the threat hasn't stopped. Will he act?
The Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I share my honourable colleague's concern, and I can inform the House that I've been in routine contact with him, as well as the municipal leaders in Windsor, including the Mayor of Windsor. And I've assured him, and the government will continue to provide all of the resources that the community of Windsor needs to keep that bridge open. That means, yes, making sure that police have the assets that they need, be it tow trucks, be it barriers, be it whatever resources, so that we can keep the economy rolling, the bridge open, and get Canadians back to work. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Edmonton Strathcona.
And what about Alberta? You know, Mr. Speaker, yesterday the RCMP arrested 13 extremists blockading the border at Coots. They seized guns, ammunition, and body armor, including assault weapons with thousands of rounds. This comes after Convoy leaders raised millions from foreign donors with a stated goal to overthrow the government. And while I'm happy to see that the blockade appears to be ending in Alberta, the fact remains that we had an armed militia active in Alberta. This is unthinkable. Why did it take 18 days and proof of an armed threat to make the government act and protect Albertans
Canadian
and
militia,
Canadians?
Alberta militia.
Minister for Emergency Preparedness.
Mr. Speaker, I thank the member for that very important question, and I think it does reveal, and we agree, that what we have seen in Coots, Alberta, and in a number of these blockades, illegal blockades across the country, is that the threat is not yet gone. And that's precisely why, Mr. Speaker, we've introduced through these measures of the Emergency Act that we introduced yesterday that will increase, for example, the financial scrutiny and consequences of these illegal acts, that will also make available equipment and authorities that our law enforcement officials need to maintain and restore public safety and to protect Canada's interest.
Well, member for Davenport.
Mr. Speaker, since the Government of Canada announced its ambitious plan for a $10 a day early learning and childcare system across the country, we have signed agreements with 9 provinces and 3 territories. Already in some provinces, families are seeing a reduction in their childcare fees, making life more affordable. But those in my riding of Davenport in downtown West Toronto are wondering, when is Ontario going to sign on? And when will they too be able to benefit from our national childcare program? Can the share any updates on the federal government's efforts to reach a childcare agreement with Ontario?
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'd like to thank my honourable colleague from Davenport for that important question. We have now signed agreements with 12 provinces and territories across the country. That means that families from coast to coast to coast, except for in Ontario at this point in time, will have access to 50% reduction in fees by the end of this calendar year. Mr. Speaker, I remain very optimistic that we will sign an agreement with Ontario. There is a fair deal on the table, $10.2 billion that will go to helping families decrease the costs of childcare and make life more affordable.
Member for Abbotsford.
Well, Canadians are stressed. Paychecks don't buy what they used to. In fact, the cost of everything, gasoline, groceries, housing, is at all-time highs. Families are getting left behind. So last April, I wrote to the minister to warn her of exactly that. I highlighted the dangers of uncontrolled borrowing and how excessive stimulus spending would stoke inflationary pressures. She either doesn't care or didn't read my letter. So to the minister, what specifically is she doing to get inflation under control?
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives continue, actually in all aspects of Canadian life, to put forward a false narrative. And the latest false narrative we've just been hearing today is about the economy. The reality is that the Canadian economy is recovering strongly from the COVID recession. In the third quarter, our GDP grew by 5.4%. That is higher than the US, Japan, the UK, and Australia. And you know what, Mr. Speaker? When it comes to our debt to GDP ratio, our AAA credit rating was reaffirmed in the fall by S&P and Moody's.
The Honourable Member for Abbotsford.
Well, we will never get inflation under control as long as that minister keeps borrowing and spending like there's no tomorrow. Not only did the minister ignore our concerns, she also ignored the warnings of the Parliamentary Budget Officer, who questioned the wisdom of her stimulus spending, pumping more money into the economy when the cost of living is skyrocketing. This minister is making this crisis worse. This problem is not transitory. Month by month, the inflation numbers are going up. When will the minister finally do something to protect Canadians against the skyrocketing cost of living?
Right to the Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
You know, Mr. Speaker, the real question is, when will the Conservatives stick with a policy or stick with a leader? Because I was on the campaign trail in the summer, and so were the members opposite, and they actually campaigned on proposed government spending higher than our own proposal. We proposed a deficit for 21-22 of $156.9 billion. They campaigned on a proposed deficit of $168 billion. So I wonder if the party Party have flip-flops can tell Canadians where they stand today.
The honourable member for Kelowna Lake Country.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The excise escalator tax increase will crush wineries, breweries, cideries, and distilleries' bottom line. The excise escalator tax is automatic. And here's the kicker. It's based on the CPI index, meaning because inflation is so high, the tax will be even higher than ever before starting April 1st. This tax is based on inflation. It's taxing inflation, which will make inflation go up even more on these important value-added agricultural products. So will the Liberals commit to cancel this inflationary excise tax increase?
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
You know, Mr. Speaker, it is a bit rich of the Conservatives to be talking about supporting small businesses of any kind in this country. After all, Mr. Speaker, this is the party which, when we, before Christmas, proposed absolutely essential support for small business to help them get through Omicron, what did the Conservatives do at that crucial moment? They voted against our measures. So really, Mr. Speaker, we will take no lessons about supporting business from them.
The honourable member for Kelowna Lake Country.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. That wasn't an answer to my question at all. When Canadian winery, brewery, cidery, and distillery workers wake up and owners on April 1st, they'll be hit with this automatic tax increase on excise thanks to the Liberals. 95% of these producers are small businesses who have already been hit with payroll tax increases,
Woodstock and eat now another hamburger?
increases in debt, and slower sales due to perpetual lockdowns. Now is not the time to be increasing any taxes on small businesses. So will the Liberals cancel this bad April Fool's Day tax increase?
The Honourable Deputy Prime
Get some ketchup on that hamburger, Zot.
Mr. Speaker, let me tell you what hurts Canadian small businesses. What hurts Canadian small businesses is when, for
he's putting mustard on this time?
partisan posturing, people who were elected to this House
Changing it up a little bit?
small businesses in their communities oppose the small business support that small businesses themselves are calling for. And you know what else has hurt Canadian businesses, small ones and big ones too? The blockade of the Ambassador Bridge. And members on that side of the House were giving succor and encouragement to those blockades. That is unacceptable, Mr. Speaker.
Ketchup. Lots of ketchup, bud.
The honourable member for Montarville.
Oh, be careful. You're going to get mustard in the ketchup, dude.
Today, February 15th,
You're going to get mustard in the
Flag
ketchup
Day.
if you're not careful.
Canada is celebrating the maple leaf flag. And indeed, it's being celebrated. We are seeing more Canadian flags than ever in the streets of downtown Ottawa. In fact, it's even being flown in demonstrations in the States, France, and New Zealand. The Canadian flag has literally become the international symbol of movements that in some cases have gone so far as to aim to overturn democratically elected governments. Does the Prime Minister of Canada realize? The Honourable Minister.
Mayo's good.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank my colleague for underscoring that today is Flag Day, a flag that brings us all together, Mr. Speaker, especially proud government members from Quebec who are proud Canadians, and there are also proud Quebec Canadians on the other side. In any case, I'd like to thank our colleague for having raised this, that we can all together celebrate
get a haircut.
Flag Day.
We've been doing today.
The honourable member from Montarville.
My break.
Mr. Speaker, this government's milquetoast reaction thus far means that not only are we an international laughingstock, but also a global incitement to disorder. Yesterday, the Prime Minister was asked about the effect of this crisis on Canada's international reputation, and he replied that the turning point was the blockade of the Ambassador Bridge. But the real turning point was when occupiers besieged his country's capital without his doing the slightest thing about it. For 19 days, he's been letting the occupiers run rampant around Ottawa, and now he's announced that he's taking the nuclear option, the Emergencies Act. How is it even possible to be all out of ideas when you haven't tried a thing?
Althea, thank you for the 100 bits.
Mr. Speaker, since we're still talking about our flag, I think it's very important to say what it ultimately symbolizes around the globe. Pride, not only for us as Canadians, but the role our country has played throughout history in conflict resolution, international aid, development. All Canadians, including Quebecers, are very proud of our flag. And once again, I'd like to thank our colleague for having reminded us that it's very important to celebrate our flag.
Number 4, Bay of Quinte.
Mr. Speaker, for weeks, Canadians looking for hope have been looking for a Prime Minister to listen to their concerns and listen to their needs as the rest of the world opened up. Instead, they heard from a Prime Minister with an escalating tone that left them feeling traumatized, stigmatized, and divided. Even today, he's calling out and blaming other parties who have been listening instead of pitting Canadian versus Canadian and showing real leadership. Yeah. Why do Canadians have to pay with their freedoms to cover up for this government's failed leadership?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I think we have different definitions of division. To me, when critical infrastructure is being blocked, when illegal protesters are outside, when we see swastikas and Confederate flags going out and taking photographs and giving coffee,
where are the swastikas and Confederate? Shut the heck up, bud.
Instead, what I think would be healthy is
That's
to
not
say
watching
to
the
those that
PortlandAndy
would
show,
seek
apparently.
to divide us, those that would seek to exploit our differences, to say those kinds of radical views do not have a place in this country. It's time to go home. It's time to end this illegal activity, and it's time to come together as a country.
The Honourable Member for Dauphin Swan River.
Thank you very much, Portland
Mr.
Andy.
Speaker, I sent out
Thank
a
you
survey
very much,
last
Portland
month asking my
Andy. These are all
constituents
great
what
people.
was their biggest
Andy
concern.
Lennon super chatted
The cost of living was the
$3.94.
number one
Shout out
issue.
to my fellow Jays fan Jr. who has been here since day one.
Big ups, Jays Finn
Are
Jr.
out of my pay range.
Main man.
Mr. Speaker, inflation is at record highs due to this Liberal government's spending. So what does the Prime Minister have to say to Rick, who can't afford to put food on his table?
Yeah, good question. The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
Speaker, our government absolutely understands that affordability matters for Canadian families, and that's why we are there for them. We lowered taxes for the middle class and raised them on the wealthiest 1%. We created the Canada Child Benefit, which is indexed to inflation, and now a single mother with 2 children can receive up to $13,600 from the CCB. The Climate Action Incentive gives the average family in Alberta $981, in Saskatchewan $961, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Simcoe North.
Mr. Speaker, at the beginning of COVID, all the parties came together to support relief programs for Canadians and businesses. Now the economy is opening up, but the government's money printing press is still humming. Experts are now warning this government what members of this side of the House have been warning for some time, that this government's future spending plan will lead to more inflation. Mr. Speaker, let's give the minister one last chance. When will this government rein in its out-of-control spending?
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, as I pointed out a moment ago, it is actually the members opposite, the members of the party of flip-flops, who campaigned on a platform which proposed higher spending in this fiscal year than we proposed. So let's remind Canadians of that. And in fact, Mr. Speaker, when it comes to supporting small business, it was this party, contrary to what the member just asserted, that opposed the essential support small businesses needed that we proposed before Christmas.
The Honourable Member for Vancouver Granville.
Monsieur le Président, les parents de ma circonscription.
Mr. Speaker, parents in my riding understand that putting their kids in French immersion programs enriches them culturally and gives them an advantage later in life. However, due to a shortage of teachers and long wait lists, it can often be difficult to register for French immersion. Can the Minister of Official Languages tell the House how our government will give more children the chance to learn French? The Honourable Minister of Official Languages. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank my colleague and friend for Vancouver Granville for this excellent question. Our government understands that offering children more French language learning opportunities today means more bilingual
What are they
Canadians
talking
in the
about?
future. In Budget 2021, we invested in eliminating
Let's see what Laura Lynn's talking about for a while.
Jericho 7 times. Then after you've completed those 7 times, I want you to blow your trumpets. These are the trumpets they were blowing. It's called shofar. And they were to blow the shofars and to give a shout, a victorious shout of freedom, of victory at that time. And so we're doing that here starting Friday. Today we did our 5th walk.
Tied up
Tomorrow will
at
be
a
our
DFO
6th.
wharf. Adam saw his vessel smash into the rocks, tied to that wharf. DFO wharfs are falling into the ocean. Adam would not have lost his vessel if the government had not ignored 4 fishery committee reports of this House. Sure. When will the government act so more vessels are not lost tied up at the wharf? Without wharfs, we can't fish.
Yeah. The Honourable
Here,
Minister of Fisheries.
Speaker. Good to have you. I turn off my comments because I do not want to give these hateful people that get on here and say awful things. I don't want to give them a voice. I don't want to give them a chance to say mean things about anyone else or cause any arguments. So I just said, forget it.
Thank you very much, PortlandAndy. These are all great people.
Andy Lennon super chatted $3.94. Thank you, PortlandAndy, for the coverage.
You're welcome.
From one Andy to another, much love and respect, my friend.
Hey, I appreciate that. And thank you for that 5 bomb, by the way.
See? Hi, can I go that way? Go this way? Why wouldn't Starbucks be open? Or are they? No, they're not. Why wouldn't Starbucks be open? Wouldn't they would just make so much money, right? Like, wow. That's amazing. So, okay, at my vehicle. We'll just do a little drive through the city. I will, hang on one sec. Just have to get in. Quite a few people on here. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the support. Glad I'm able to show you guys the city. There we go. Promise to be making sure I have my seatbelt on, etc. Okay. So, go.
The cards don't blow. Boop, 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 boop.
This liberal fiasco. That's right.
This one. Did the guy already resign officially with the police board? I know I said it started an hour ago. Did it actually start? Huh. Keep eye on that.
What are you guys building?
The bigger tent to replace the other one over there. Too small.
Thanks, man.
Obviously not moving very fast, so. Got some news crews.
We might have missed it. We might not have missed it. I can see a lady right here, but I don't know what she's doing.
-8 says my truck on the outside. Do. Come on, lady. Where are you going? And she's not gonna walk. Okay, thanks. She's got her mask on though, just in case. Maybe she doesn't want to have any COVID contraction.
Okay, thank you, Steve.
Contracting COVID. Contraction.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, driving down the streets of Ottawa.
12 subs away from 46.
Mr. Shredded can't seem to find a parking place. These guys. Maybe I should just end live. Get driving. I wanted to drive closer to the other side of the city where there's more trucks just parked, but hopefully tomorrow, it's going to be 5 degrees here, 5 degrees Celsius in Ottawa tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow I'll be able to get away and do another live. But this is another area of the city where people are parked. It doesn't look like many are getting through down here. We're getting stuck. Oh, let's give it a try.
Dude, if I ever get a silver play button, that'd be insane. Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Oh, he's having a spin. Dang it. Says no. It's gonna reverse. I'm gonna go around.
You're stuck, lady. You ain't going nowhere.
So this is Kent Street in Ottawa, and Kent Street has trucks parked all the way up and down. I believe Kent is blocked all the way north of Somerset. So if you're looking at a map and you can see Somerset and Wellington, there's trucks parked all the way up and down it. This is one of the more famous corners because all the trucks are facing in. It's pretty cool. Big tractors are here. It's pretty awesome. I like it. I think it's wonderful. Glad to support. Glad to take time.
I was taking my dog for a walk here pretty soon.
That's about it. This is Lion.
I'll wait for this lady to finish up her live stream, and then when she finishes up, I'll take a break.
There will be some trucks parked right up in there. So north side, another little pocket. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the live because from now I'm just driving to do what I need to do.
What do you gotta do?
But it is great being able to show everybody that's here on the live what Ottawa is like. And I hope you have a wonderful day. It's a bright, sunny, beautiful day here in Ottawa, and I feel like it's only going to get brighter, beautiful, happier, more loving as I approach traffic. Fun times.
You gotta toss off? You think so?
All right, take it easy.
Wow. That was pretty fun. That was a good 3 hours, 10 minutes, not bad. This nice little stream, 3-hour stream. Now I can go take my dogs for their walk. I can get some food. I can read my emails.
Don't let PortlandAndy restream your stream.
But we'll take a little break here. We'll be back. Looks like Zot's live on YouTube. If you guys want to go check him out, it's totally up to you. If not, go anywhere else. You're very welcome, Drex. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate y'all. Big ups to my moderators for help keeping the chat clean. I do appreciate that. Muchas gracias. Last but not least, shout out to all the heroes who donated the ones and zeros. Without you, none of this would be possible. So thank you again. Yes, I'll be back later on for sure. But until next time, my friends.
For this next one, we're back to Portland, Oregon. One of my favorite streamers lives. His name's PortlandAndy. Shout out to the Hot Dog Heroes. Shout out to everyone. Thank you.
Hot dogs all on the grill, mustard sitting on the windowsill, green tracksuit freshly pressed. PortlandAndy is looking his best. He got plastic yellow and caramel eyes, and a little bit of Scotch on his eyes. Shout out to all the heroes getting donated the ones and zeros. PortlandAndy, can you get the gist? He's a modern day adventurist, a manly man, he's got thick wrists. He could easily beat you up. And PortlandAndy's come so far, from a 3-Andy to a movie star. He is out there fighting Antifa, and I'm proud to call him my bro. He's a PortlandAndy, and that's all I know. He is out here running the show. It's his world, and we're all just living in it. I'm coming to Portland to kick it. Yeah. What would you do if a man came up to you and said, would you like to shake my hand? I'm trying to get 1,000 handshakes. What would you do? Is that real or is that fake? Nah, I know a guy. His name is PortlandAndy. Do not confuse him with Portland Randy. When you gotta watch someone stream, there is no plan B. And PortlandAndy's come so far, from a 3-Andy to a movie star. He is out there fighting Antifa, and I'm proud to call him my